Oh, hi everyone. Kumusta po ang lahat? Mga nag-aabang po diyan. Magandang gabi po, Philippines. Magandang umaga naman sa mga nandito po sa amin, US, Canada. Very exciting na talakayan na naman ngayon. I feel so ngayon, young and young and refreshed because ang aking guest ay magbibigay sa akin ng vigor, energy dahil syempre nakaka-inspire po na malaman na meron palang mga kabataan natin ngayon na very success and growth oriented po. So yan ang gagawin natin ngayon is to bring to you inspiration from a young millennial, very successful young person na I have the privilege to know personally. Kaibigan ko po siya. He doesn't live near me but we've kept in touch throughout the years, and I think very important na ma-showcase natin yung kanyang story dahil alam ko po sa panahon ngayon, especially with the fast-paced world we live in, yung mga technological advances natin sometimes can cause yung tinatawag na minsan nagkakaroon ng loss of vision yung ating mga kabataan. So this person, he exemplifies someone who has very firm yung kanyang vision talaga for the future, and then kung saan yung gusto niyang patunguhan, he's very firm with that. And so, I'm so happy na i-guest siya ngayon. So, batiin ko lang po muna yung mga nandito bago tayo magsimula before I bring him in. Sabi ni Maria Sheila, nakaabang na daw siya. Marlene is here. Hello, watching from YouTube. Hi, Marlene. Yes, andito rin po si Veronica. Hello, Veronica. I think para sa iyo to, Veronica, mga kabataan natin ngayon. Si Veronica, isa ka doon, right, Veronica? Ating mga young generation. Andito rin si Nelvin. Yes, hi Nelvin. Good to see you here. Elizabeth is also here. Kumusta nga po pala sa mga kaibigan natin dyan sa Global TV, Filipino-Canadian Organization, and yung nasa Facebook at YouTube po natin. Ronaldin is here. Yes, Ronaldin. Ronaldin, join us sa Facebook too. Miss Lulu, hello. Hi, Miss Lulu. Maraming salamat po for being here, for watching. And Elizabeth is here. Hi, notes and pen ready. Mga ka-FSM, lahat tayo ay matututo. Yes, and C. Ling Ling is here as well. Yeah, thanks for joining. Edith Raimundo is also here. And Jerilyn and Darina Salas, yes. And sino po? Mel de la Cruz, maraming salamat po. And so, without any more intro, nabasa nyo naman po siguro yung kanyang poster. I'm going to bring in ang aking special guest. So, he is a young Filipino-Canadian entrepreneur. Nag-start siya, marami po siyang pinagdaanan. He studied accounting and then now po ay nasa full-time business na po siya. And today mag-share siya sa atin ng kanyang mga experiences. Andito na po si Mr. Mike Dizon. Mike, welcome!
Thank you so much po. Hello everybody, how are you doing today?
Yeah, Mike, I think excited na sila. Marami tayong mga viewers na I believe mga nasa same demographic, same category, same age group. And so I think relatable, very inspiring para sa kanila marinig yung story mo.
Oh yeah, I'm very humbled to be here po.
Yeah, and Mike, maraming salamat talaga sa pagpapaunlak kasi kung hindi niyo po alam, si Mike po is based din sa dito sa Canada, and sa kanyang lugar, Alberta, it's also still early, but ito po yung isang testament sa katotohanan na the early bird gets the worm. I was just talking to di ba Mike? I was just talking to you. Sabi ko, Mike, pasensya na yung broadcast natin maaga. And then sabi mo, ate, maaga naman po talaga ako gumigising. Di ba po mga ka-FSM, we always encourage you to sleep early and then wake up early too kasi marami pong magagawa. And then he was telling me, sige mamaya mo na nga ikwento Mike kung ano yung mga ginagawa, bakit ka maagang gumigising. Pero anyway Mike, yeah, maraming salamat talaga. I know that you're busy. Alam ko marami kang pinagkakaabalahan. So yeah, just out of yung in-orient natin yung ating mga ka-FSM dito. So Mike, tell us a little bit about yourself, yung background mo, when you came to Canada, ano yung mga nangyari sa buhay mo? What led you to the pathway nitong entrepreneurship?
Okay. Naku, it feels like, Doc Iris, when you're just going in your first class. That's what it feels like. Tell us about yourself. This is this is always the hardest question po. Um, I'll just tell my story. So kailan kami dumating ng Canada? So dumating po kami ng Canada 10 years ago, this month actually. So March of year 2011. And at that time, I was 15 years old. And so what do we so I'll just tell the story. How did I come from that 15-year-old coming from Philippines to wanting to start doing business? Okay, so came to Canada po right away. My dad told us, Mike and John, my older brother, he said, wag muna kayong humanap ng trabaho. Don't work. Don't look for a job. Just keep going to school. Focus on your schooling. And I said, well, schooling is good. Education is very, very important. I think it teaches us like very, very important life skills like socializing, right? Problem solvings, and I mean stuff that are just important in society, di ba po? Just like anyway. So, but I told myself, well, I want a phone, right? Being someone who's young, I want this phone, I want this gadget, I want this what's it called? Xbox, right? And sabi ko, Dad, are you gonna give me money for my Xbox? And he said, well, no, right? And so what I did right away was the next week that we were in Canada, so our second week, I started looking for a job. And to me, like it's not about my dad, like he's not gonna give me money. So I instead of mope about it, instead of ano ba yung tamang term doon?
Yung parang magtatampo or just,
Opo.
like, yeah.
That's right. Yung parang instead na magtatampo ako, sabi ko, well, I have to take responsibility. Ako naman yung may gusto. I want the Xbox. I want the iPhone, right? And so I need to work for it. And so ganun na po yung mindset ko. And growing up, alam niyo naman po, tayo mga Filipino, a lot of us didn't grow up with much, right? And sabi ko, okay, I want this nicer car. I want to live in this nicer apartment, or I want to live in this nicer house, right? And I also want to travel. I want to do this and that. I want to do so many things, especially with social media right now, po, diba? We see so much. There's so much that the world has to offer. But the thing is, it's not going to be handed to you, right? You don't deserve anything. You have to work for it. You have to earn it, right? So that's what I always think. And I said, okay, I need to look for avenues. Ano kaya yung mga pwede kong pasukan para makuha ko yung mga gusto ko? So what can I do so that I can get a nicer car, right? What can I do so that I can live in that nicer building? So you honestly, Doc Iris, growing up young, that's everything that was going through my head, po. Like, how can I have this? How can I have that, right? But I don't just ask for it. I don't like. It's important to pray, and my mom always tells me to pray, and I do pray. But aside from praying, it's not just gonna come. Di ba po, hindi na mahuhulog sa langit. You have to keep working for it. And so I think yun lang po yung mindset ko. Coming up to culminating to where I am now po.
Wow, napakaganda. For such a, and I think important i-highlight yun, Mike, kasi marami tayong mga kabataan ngayon, they have the mentality, lalo na yung shift ng mentality mo. Usually kasi pag sa Philippines, di ba, parang magulang lahat, kahit tapos na nga, magulang pa rin, right? Kahit na nga, may asawa na nga, may anak na nga, magulang pa rin, right? And so, I don't know if you've always have that or nakatulong yung paglipat mo sa Canada, but I really admire yung na yun na sabi mo nga, di ba, nakikita mo, di ba, sa social media parang, if you look, and especially yung mga age group mo, mga kabataan natin, talagang big part of the world is social media, and you cannot help but see yung mga what's possible for you out there. Yung iba, akala nila handed down lang yun. And ang ganda nung sinabi mo na, you know what? No one's gonna hand that to you.
Yeah.
Right? No one's gonna hand that to you. And so, yung pinakita mo doon na, okay, I have to make it happen. I want these things and I come from humble beginnings. Mike, tell us a little bit about that. Baka kasi yung mga iba, akala nila, ang dali lang ng pinagdaanan mo. Did you come from a well-to-do family, Mike?
Hindi po, Doc Iris. So, a big part of my journey, so the first 6 years po namin sa Canada, I was going to high school and then I was working full time at the same time. There's times that I have 2 jobs. I was working 2 jobs while I was in grade 12.
Oh,
Yeah, so I was working at Costco and then another fast food, right? And name it, I probably worked there. So like New York Fries, McDonald's, Subway, etc., right? I feel like I worked everywhere. So working 2 jobs while at school at the same time. And then nung nag-college naman po ako dito sa Canada, I was taking accounting and full-time school pa rin ako. So nagtatrabaho ng gabi or whenever I can. Minsan meron po akong mga extra shifts para mabuhay. And so ganun po ganun yung pinagdaanan namin for the big for the first, I can't say big anymore kasi parang kalahati na. But for the first half of my life po sa Canada, it's been like work. It's not always been business.
yeah, very important na malaman kasi yan, Mike. Dahil, yun nga, again, going back to the social media influence here, kasi I think kailangan talagang i-drive home ang point na ito. Marami kasi ako, Mike, nakakilala, mga katulad mo, kabataan, nakapunta rito, akala nila yung buhay na magulang nila, kasi the story would be magulang ang nagdala. And so, akala nila yung mga magulang nila nakahiga sa pera. Pagdating dito, ganun pa rin yung mentality, right? Kung sa Philippines, may kasama ka sa bahay, dito, ikaw lahat, right? And so, yung capacity mo mag-adjust na mag-work ka, yung iisipin mo na, you know what, I actually have to work. And then I have to juggle it. And it's so admirable yung nangyari sa'yo na, kahit na, okay, simula pa pala high school, Mike, oh wow. Simula high school, juggling 2 jobs. Ilan sa mga kabataan natin, right? Pag uwi sa bahay, nakahilata na lang. Ito si Mike, dala-dalawang trabaho pang pinupuntahan, all the way to college, guys. So yung may mga anak po dyan na mga, ganitong age, na nasa high school perhaps, you really, really have to teach your children po yung value ng responsibility. Katulad ng sinabi ni Mike na, ako may gusto eh. Ako ang may gusto. Gusto ko ng gadget. And so, what are you gonna do about it? Hinging mo ba sa magulang mo? Ibibigay mo rin ba? Bilang magulang, ikaw ibibigay mo lang ba? So, napakaganda ng sinabi mo, Mike. And so, yun nga po, yung mga na-late po mag-join, gusto ko lang i-recap si sinabi ni Mike kanina, he didn't start out with napakaraming, pera dyan na nakakalat. No, he was working 2 jobs. Dumating sila dito, they were a regular immigrant, Filipino immigrant family. And meron siyang mga gusto, may mga pangarap siya. And so, simula pa lang doon sa pinakabatang edad niya, murang edad, lumikha na po siya ng pathway to start, getting some of the things that he wanted. So yun, so Mike, napaka-exciting. Batiin ko lang muna, Mike, yung mga nandito, ha?
Sige
Batiin
po.
natin. Yeah, so andito si Catherine Diego. Hard work pays off. Thank you for the inspiring stories, sabi ni Catherine. Sabi ni Janeline, wow, so inspiring, Sir Mike. Yes. Sabi naman ni Nelvin, ito, Mike, si Nelvin, isa to sa mga masipag nating, he became actually a VA. So, siya, dating follower.
Opo.
And dahil, yun nga parang he also mirrors yung, dahil sa kanyang
Wow.
sipag, tiyaga, vision. Nakita niya yung, na sa internet pala pwede kang kumita. So, eventually, he became part of our team. So, he now works for FSM.
Oh, wow.
So, imagine, pandemic, meron pa siyang side hustle, may business siya,
Ang galing.
meron siyang work, and then ngayon, he also works with us. So, he has
Wow.
few streams of income na ngayon.
That's
because of-
amazing.
Yeah, it is. Sabi ni Veronica, nakaka-relate po ako. Sabi ni Miss Gloria Sevilleta Hondonero, good evening, docs, at Sir Mike. Sabi ni Ronaldin, if we really want something, we should work hard for it. Yan. So, napakaraming kasi natin dito, Mike, ng mga followers who are young, young aspiring entrepreneurs. Yung iba sa kanila may actual businesses na. So, I think they gravitate towards the channel. And then Judith is here. Bata pa pala si Sir Mike. Yeah, bata pa siya, guys. Yes, tingnan nyo naman. Oh, magkaedad lang kami.
Yes.
Once upon a time, right? Si Peng Sheng Pate is also here. Hello daw. Marie Faye. Shout out naman daw po from Laguna. Hello mga friends natin sa Laguna. Hello. Sabi ni Elizabeth, ang sipag, ni Marlon, sipag ni Sir Mike, nakaka-inspired at independent po talaga. Hindi, sabi naman ni Elizabeth, hindi niya po ina-apply yung style ng ibang kabataan. I'm not saying it lahat, but mostly yung gagamitin na, anak mo ako, you should provide what I want. Exactly, right, Elizabeth? Nakaka-inspire. And it should be that way. Yung tinatawag nating, should be self-agency. Yung dapat ikaw ay responsable sa sarili mo, accountability, right? Lagi natin sinasabi dito sa FSM. Nate Dax, magandang gabi. Sabi naman ni, ito patient ko ito, Mike, si Miss Lulu. Sabi niya,
Okay.
hard work pays off. Sorry, I'm going to sneeze. Hello. Makakaching yata ako. Sorry. Ayan, hindi natuloy. Ayan. So yun po, moving forward. So Mike, I asked you about, nung nag-usap tayo, I was asking you about what are some of the things that we need to highlight dito sa ating pag-uusapan to, yun nga, mahikayat yung ating mga kabataan. And sinabi mo nga sa akin, why don't we talk about yung why do you need to grow? And I think napakaganda nung suggestion na yun kasi syempre, tagline natin yan dito sa FSM yung level up, right? So when you're leveling up, you're actually growing. So tell us, Mike, advice mo sa mga sa mga kabataan, why do they need to grow? Give us some of your mga tidbits about that, your thoughts about it.
Why do we need to grow? Sorry. So this is a very, very broad topic for Doc Iris, but I think some of the things that I'm humbled to share is the first thing is we need to take advantage of the opportunities that were given to us, right? So my parents brought me here in Canada, and so that's like for me that feels like I won the lottery, because if I wasn't brought here, I'm not sure, I can't even imagine where I would be or how life would be like, right? So just really taking advantage of the opportunities that were given to us. And I know po that a lot of Filipinos, they feel like they're stuck. So if you're still in the Philippines, it's easy to say, oh, life is just hard. You can blame the government, right? Or you can just say, oh, it's pandemic, so I wala na akong gagawin. You know what I mean? And so ang dali po nating sabihin yun, but really if you look out there, meron tayong something that we can work with. Habang may buhay, may pag-asa. And so, yun palagi po yung iniisip ko. We need that. Yun po yung first point ko is we need to take advantage of opportunities, diba? And ano pa ba? So going back to history po, there's so much to be thankful for, right? So as Filipinos, nakalimutan ko na yung sino yung mga bayani natin, si Jose Rizal, kailangan ko ng refresher sa history class.
Si Andres Bonifacio.
Diba po? So ang daming pinaglaban nila tong freedom natin. We could be in a country that is what do you call that? A country without. That's right, po.
Kunyari North Korea, right?
That's right. So we could be in a country like that, but no. You know what? There's so much opportunity, so much freedom available for us, and so it's just up to you. Ano yung gagawin mo so that you can grow. And really, grabe. So I'm so thankful for this person. One of my earliest mentors po, he says, you know what? When you pray for chicken, when you pray for fried chicken, God's not gonna give it to you, right? He's not gonna hand you, fried chicken. It's not gonna fall down from heaven. What's gonna happen is he's gonna maybe give you an egg, right? And then you wait for the egg to hatch, and then you wait. You feed the little chick, and until it grows to a full-grown chicken, and then you have to do the killing yourself. You have to kailangan mo tanggalin yung balahibo, and then lalagyan mo ng breading, and then iluluto mo.
Napakaganda. I love that. Ngayon ko lang narinig yun. And I love yung ano mo, Mike, yung ability mo na ano pa rin, hindi ability but yung strong ties mo with your faith. I mean, coming from, of course, we're a big Catholic nation, right? And so yung mga
Opo.
magulang natin, laging pinapaalala sa atin, we're very faith-based. And
Yeah,
so I love that you maintained that.
of
Pero,
course.
pero meron kang angle ng practicality. And yun yung lagi ko rin sinasabi at pinapaalala sa karamihan, it's not enough to pray. Kasi akala kasi ng mga tao, once ipagdasal mo, ayan na yung fried chicken mo, right? Di ba?
Opo.
Napakaganda nung story mo. Ang ganda ng sinabi mo na yun. Kasi, you're right. Guys, sa mga na-late po, minsan, yung pinagdadasal po ninyo will come in the form of an egg. Katulad sa story ni Mike, itlog ang ibibigay sa inyo doon sa pinagdasal niyo yung fried chicken. So, meaning, pag meron kayong minsan mga ipinagdarasal na mga gusto ninyong makamit sa buhay, yung opportunity yung binibigay sa inyo may not exactly look like that, but it's actually a stepping stone or a pathway patungo po doon sa gusto po ninyong, yung talagang hinihiling ninyo. So, ang ganda nun, Mike. I like that.
Thank you po.
Yeah. So, very important to grow, Mike. So,
Opo.
what else can you tell yung mga kabataan natin? Can we give them some of your tips, mga about the success mindset that has helped you to get to where you are at right now? Give us a little bit of a background nga pala muna about your current ventures para makita nila where you're at right now. And then, what helped you to get there?
Okay po. So, current venture po namin is we have a couple Japanese restaurant franchises dito sa Canada. And then we also started doing real estate. So we have a couple properties alongside with my brother. Actually, we're not just two Doc Iris. There's also our younger sister. She's not as young anymore. She's 21 years old, but she's doing business with us. So it's a trio.
Wow. Yeah. How old is she? Mike, do you mind ba? Are you okay ba to
Okay lang
disclose
po.
yung mga age ninyo? Para
Okay lang po.
mabigyan ng idea yung mga viewers natin. How old are you guys?
I have to think about that because I stopped counting at 21. So 27 na po ang kuya ko. I'm 25 and our sister is 21.
Oh my, wow, guys, look at that. Sobrang, wala pa sila, they're not even, like, Mike is only 25. So si John, i-guess din po natin si John, he's also very, very inspiring. 27 si John, yung panganay nila, and yung sister na 21, and they're already na sila, meron na silang franchise, guys, may franchise na sila, meron na silang real estate, and then they also do yung inyong isa pang passion, right, Mike? Yung sa day trading.
Apo.
And so, wow, look at all the opportunities they've created for themselves. Daming binigay sa inyo ni God na itlog, ano?
Opo.
We
had to look for it, Doktora. Hindi po namin anong tawag dito. We didn't just the opportunity wasn't presented to us. We had to ask for it. We had to apply for it. So when we were so the restaurant franchise po, that didn't come easy. Okay, we had to go through interviews after interviews after interviews. It doesn't mean that you have the money already, that they're going to give it to you, that you're going to be approved. A lot of the things that they're looking at po is attitude, character. So I think, good thing I learned a long time ago that with whatever comes, whether it makes you feel good at the time or it doesn't make you feel so good at the time, and daming ganon, right? There's so many experiences na, why is it like this, right? So you have to approach every opportunity in a positive, cheerful way.
Ang ganda, yeah.
And ano pa ba? So ayun po. And another thing that I wanted to mention earlier po, Doc Iris, is why should we grow, right? I think this also ties into my source of motivation, and that is because speaking about God, we are children of God, and God is a creator. He creates things. And so the thing about creating things is at first it seems like whatever you're thinking about, it seems like it's impossible, or it seems like there's so many challenges, feels like you'll never be able to get it done on time, or however, there's always going to be excuses, right? pandemic or something. There's always an excuse out there. But the thing that I learned, po, Doc Iris, is you have to just do it. You have to just do it. When you start doing things, when you sit down on your desk, or it's like going to the gym po, diba? The hardest part is getting there, right? And once you're there, you just have to do it. And so it's the same thing for business po. It's the same thing for work. Even if you don't feel like it, just go there, sit on your workstation, and then just start doing it. And then what I find po is that inspiration comes after I start doing it. Like when I wake up in the morning, I just tell myself like, oh gosh, okay, should I hit snooze today or should I get up and work? Should I hit snooze today? And
Napaka-common yan. Yeah, that's so common, Mike.
opo.
Yeah.
And there's siguro every other day I hit snooze once or twice, right? But what I realize is, ay, nako, sayang naman, sayang naman yung 5 minutes or 15 minutes na nag-snooze ako. Kasi what I find is that once I just sit there, once I start working, everything just gets done. Right. And so I think it's just very important po that you just keep going at it. That yung source of motivation, it doesn't exist. You just do it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Oh, totally. Actually, Mike, isa yan, sorry, napaos na ako. Isa yan sa mga bagay that I also learned in my own journey, na for the longest time kasi pag mag-start ka pa lang sa ganito, when you start becoming aware of your potential. So mga ka-FSM, lagi ko pong binabanggit sa inyo, hindi po ba, pag meron tayong learning, tinatanong ko kayo, action-based kasi tayo dito sa samahan natin. So, I always ask you, how are you going to apply this? So, ang ganda ng sinabi ni Mike kasi totoo po yan many times. Kung feeling nyo po, kung nakaranas na kayo ng ganito, kasi certainly I have experienced that, Mike, na parang, teka, parang nagra-run low na yung aking motivation tank. Right? Because the motivation tank, it can run low. So now, ang ganda ng sinabi mo na it's the action, it's taking the action actually that the inspiration comes from. So even if you feel like gusto mo na talagang i-hit yung snooze button na yun, o kaya gusto mo sabihin na, teka muna, isang oras pa, right? Higa ka. Once you get up and actually do it, yung talagang, hala, sige na, just do it, sabi mo nga. And after that, you actually feel more inspired kasi nga parang binavalidate mo sa sarili mo na ay, may nagawa pala ako, kaya ko pala ito. So ang ganda po noon sinabi ni Mike, action-based mga ka-FSM. As you can see, yung mga narinig nyo rin from our other guests, right? It's always about putting in the work that really gets you to where you want to go. So ang ganda nung growth mindset ni Mike. I was just talking to them about that. Have you read that book ni Carol Dweck? It's really about yung growth mindset and how it's so very important to, tap into yung mga opportunities. Alam ko si Mike kasi reader din po yan. Tell us about that, Mike. Yung mga mga pagbabasa. Kasi maraming kabataan ngayon parang nakalimutan ng, magbasa ng libro.
Po, Doc Iris, naku, this is a very, very important topic po, Doc Iris. So, excuse me. So, reading books, it sounds boring, right? It really sounds boring, especially if maybe Doc Iris, kasi po doctor kayo, you're okay with reading. But for regular people like us, for a lot of people, reading is not that much fun. I think that's how I felt like for the longest time, especially po nung bata pa ako. My mom would tell me, Mike, go do your homework, or Mike, read your school books. And I always say, no, like I don't want to do that. Let me just keep playing, Mom. But you know what, po, Doc Iris, I wish I started reading earlier. That's
early pa ba yan? Ang bata-bata mo pa nga eh.
No,
Guys,
thank you po.
look at that. Kahit 25 pa lang siya, sinasabi niya, I wish I started reading earlier. Oh, wow. So sige Mike, sabihin mo nga sa amin, bakit mo wini-wish na ganon? Ano sa tingin mo yung role na ginagampanan ng pagiging leader in the pathway to success?
Oh, it's I think gaano ba kalaki yung I would say like it's 80% or 90% of success. yung pong tinatawag nating personal development, right? So being young, all I knew was to work. All I knew was, you go to school, you find a regular job, and it's almost like there's no it like what the regular like elementary high school does is they don't show us how to innovate, di ba po? And so what personal development did for me was it opened my mind. It showed me that there is more. So if anything po, Doc Iris, like what you said before, when you're personally developed, you're someone special. And kasi not everybody has that, right? And so yun po yung being aware na, oh, hindi pa pala, kahit na meron kang high school diploma, kahit meron kang degree, that's wala ka pa sa tuktok. What personal development does po is it really gives you that perspective na, oh, this is just like one of those little summits sa bundok, that there's actually more out there. So yung binibigay po ng personal development, let's just leave it this way. It's like a bird's point of view. Rather than dun ka nakatungtong dun sa bundok, para kang nagkaroon ng ano ba tawag dun? Drone.
Yeah, oh yeah, totoo. Ang ganda ng analogy ha. I love that.
Thank you po.
Gusto ko yun So yung personal development, reading books, yung pagkakaroon ng kasi when you read books, essentially ang ginagawa mo, you're actually getting yung mga years of experience ng mga tao na nagsulat ng book. So nasa-shortcut yung same journey mo. So yung pagbabasa pala po ng books, mga guys, is a way for you to have more than a bird's eye view, parang ang drone, sabi ni Mike, di ba? Parang lumalawak yung paningin mo na parang, teka, kung dati, ito lang ang alam mong opportunity, ayan lang this time, makikita mo from that drone point of view, napakarami palang opportunities, teka muna, parang ang dami ko palang pwedeng gawin. Bilang pala imigranteng Pilipino, hindi lang pala 2 jobs ang pwede para sa akin. Pwede pala ako maging restaurant owner. Pwede palang hindi lang isa, pwede palang 2. Pwede pala din ako mag-own ng real estate. Hindi lang isa, kundi 2. Pwede rin pala akong mag-day trading. Di ba kumbaga, nabibigyan ka ng yung lawak ng yung pag-intindi sa mga kapasidad mo. Sabi mo nga, Mike, di ba, anak tayo ng Diyos and God is a creator.
Yes.
So you have to be the creator of your
Yeah.
own opportunities.
Opo.
Sinabi rin niya ng ating mga guests dito dati, sila Den Ramonal, sabi nila, you have to make your own opportunities. Sabi nila Dr. Marvin, you have to, most of our guests, kung mapapansin yung mga ka-FSM, now we have Mike. Hindi natin pwedeng sabihin na pare-parehas ng kasi pare-parehas silang edad. No, Mike is, unang-una lalaki siya. Kalawa, or, and then yung ikalawa is, he is young, so yung age group niya, right? So hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na sa ganyan lang dahil pare-pareha sila. No. It's actually different, magkakaiba silang personality pero pare-pareha sila ng mindset. So it's that mindset, I think, that's common sa mga taong successful. So Mike, tell us a bit about naman yung sinabi mo sa akin yung vision. Sabi mo sa akin, importante rin kasi na meron tayong vision. So we talked about growth. And so, tell us a bit about yung importance naman itong tinatawag na vision.
So, vision, ano ba yung one of my earliest mentors po, he said, if you don't have vision, essentially you'll disappear, you'll perish, right? So it's very, very important to have a vision. It's like you want to go on a road trip, but do you have a destination? Kasi kung wala kang destination, what's gonna happen is you're just gonna keep going around and around and around, or your gas will just run out and you don't get anywhere. So the first thing po that we have to have is a destination, just like an airplane po, diba? Let's say from Manila, you fly to Boracay, for example. Yung Boracay is the destination, right? So everything kailangan may destination yan. So, sasakyan, aeroplano, the ship, yung ano ba tawag doon? Yung mga barko po, right? Even them, they have a destination. Cruise ships, They always have destinations, right? Okay, this is point A, this is point B, and so on and so forth. And so for us po, I think it's the same thing. We have to have a destination, otherwise you don't get anywhere. The worst thing that can happen to someone is just drift, is to just go along life without what do you call this? Without purpose, without meaning. I think that's the most sad thing that you can ever hear, is someone just going through life just drifting, not taking control. Diba? We have to start swimming. Don't just drift with the current. And so that's why it's very, very important to have a vision po. And so decide where you want to go, right? And it's not gonna come easy. You have to learn everything. It's just like a rocket ship, right? A rocket ship, it burns the most fuel as it's launching. And so be prepared for that, right? Be prepared for that. If you have to take 2 jobs, 3 jobs, of course, you can't do that for like a long time because you have to take care of your health, but you got to be able to do whatever it takes. So ang papaganahin po natin is yung isip natin, okay, what are the opportunities available for me? Sabi nga po nung isang guest, di ba, you have to create opportunities for yourself. Kailangan creative tayo. And then hindi lang creative, like having your mind is not enough. You have to put in the work. So kailangan you keep growing, you keep getting better. Hindi lang po yung mindset yung iniisip natin palagi, okay, like how can I grow my mindset? How can I grow my mindset? That's good. But you gotta keep looking for ways. Okay, so if I keep doing this job that I'm doing right now, where will I be, what's this called? Where will I be after 5 years or after 10 years? Another way of putting it po is, let's say you have a goal, you have X, right? So gawin natin siyang, I don't know, whatever that goal is. Let's say $1 million home, or a BMW, or whatever your goal is. Let's say you have X as a goal. And you ask yourself, with what I'm doing right now, how long is it going to take for me to reach this goal? Let's say 10 years. Okay, 10 years. And then what I do is I start looking for ways. Okay, how can I achieve this goal in 5 years instead, in 3 years instead? So ganun po yung vision. But the very first thing was defining ano yung X. And what's this? So what's gonna happen po is I love yung what you said there, Doc Iris. Anak mo ko, or something like that. I think someone commented that, anak mo ko, so like bigyan mo ko nito, bigyan mo ko ng ganyan, right? So wag po nating i-expect yun. And also just know that when you want something, when you have a vision for something, a lot of people will not understand you. Kahit na minsan yung parents mo mismo, or minsan yung mga kapatid mo mismo, or your partner in life, hindi nila kayo maintindihan. But you know what? So kahit yon, trabaho mo yun. That's your job, to make them believe you, right? And if they still don't believe you, you know what? Don't lose hope. Just keep pushing. I'm not sure if he's watching right now. My good friend Joey, he said, people are watching. People are watching all the time. You may not know that they're watching, but they are. And if at first they don't support you, that's okay. That means they're probably just watching. They're probably asking like, decidido ba talaga si Mike na makuha yung goal niya? And so minsan, you just start mag-isa. You just start by yourself. But you know what? Just keep pushing, keep learning. How can I achieve my goal faster? Right? Hindi lang how can I achieve my goal? How can I achieve my goal faster? And then you just keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Maybe 6 months later, they're gonna see, oh, ganun pa rin yung ginagawa ni Mike. Maybe talagang, what's this? Committed siya dun sa goal na yun. Oh, wait, like 8 months later, Mike quit his job, his day job. Maybe it's really working for him. And then that's when you see, ayan na yung mga tao, they start believing you already. Yung mga parents mo, they're gonna start believing you. Yung mga friends mo, they're gonna start asking you, Mike, what business are you doing now? Right? And now they want to listen. So, I think ganun lang po yun, Doc Iris. Like, you have to set your destination. And then at first, ikaw lang mag-isa talaga. You can't rely on anybody else but yourself. But you just keep pushing forward, forward, forward. And then eventually, more people will walk with you. But you have to start the walk, right? With anything naman po, di ba yung pinagdiskitahan ko yung naku, pasensya na po, yung, ang tawag dito, history ng Pilipinas. Kahit naman yung, ano ba ang tawag doon, yung, yung they arose, yung, I forgot the term for it.
Yung revolution.
Yung revolution, di ba? It started with a thought from one person. Tama ba? Maybe
That's so true, yeah.
So, lahat po ng lahat ng movement, it starts with one person. So, it's gonna be up to you. Ano yung, like, decidido ka ba talaga to achieve your goal, right? And then you just go for it. But the thing is, you have to have a goal. Kasi if you don't have a goal, then nothing.
It all goes back to goal. Kaya nga, Mike, I made a 3-part series about goals kasi really wanted to drive that point. Ang ganda nung sinabi mo. Pag wala ka kasi, saan ka naman nakakita? O mag-a-advertise ng cruise ship. Saan ang destination? Wala. Mag-drift lang. Di ba? Sinong sasakay sa cruise ship na yon?
That's scary.
Di ba? Scary, right? But a lot of people are actually doing that. So mga ka-FSM, if ngayon, pakiramdam niyo po kayo ay drifting sa buhay. Kung pakiramdam nyo ngayon, wala kayong direksyon, wala pa kayong goals, this is your wake-up call. Take it from Mike. Nag-start lahat, nagsimula lahat para sa kanya sa pagkakaroon ng goal. Kasi you begin with the end in mind muna eh. And then, yung katulad ng sinabi niya, you have to keep finding ways to get to that goal faster and faster. So ito yung tinatawag na working smart, guys. Yun yung sabi ni Mike, okay, sa kasalukuyan ko bang ginagawa ngayon, I'm working 2 jobs, how long will it take me to get to that goal? Ano ba yan, 15, 20 years? Teka muna, hanap ako ng ibang paraan. Baka naman may ibang paraan para makuha ko yung goal na yon in 5 years. And so doon na nagsastart yung pagiging malikhain niya. And of course, as he said, you have to think about this like rocket ship nga, sabi niya, you have to be willing to do whatever it takes, kahit pa sabihin natin sa una talagang, nakaka-dishearten kasi 2 jobs nga. However, yung 2 jobs na yun, magbibigay sa'yo ng push, di ba? Kasi yung mga small wins mo na yan, magko-compound yan. Hindi mo malalaman, maaring habang nagtatrabaho ka dun sa 2 jobs, makamit ka ng tao na magli-lead sa'yo sa itlog number 2, right? Yung opportunity number 2. And so, having that willingness, and I love the word that you use na sabi mo, you have to be committed. Hindi kasi enough, Mike, na mag-wish, mag-goal, maging interesado, magkaroon ng intention. Having all those things are nice. Doon nagsastart eh. Diba? Goals and intentions. But when you start using the word committed, that doon pumapasok yung gagawin ko lahat. Pag committed kasi iba yun sa interesado lang eh. Are you interested or are you actually committed, right? Pag sinabi kasi si interesado ako magkaroon ng magandang body. Si interesado, pag andyan na si snooze pagka umaga na, si interesado, i-hit na yung snooze button. Si committed, ang gagawin niya, pag yung alarm na yan, uy, committed ako magkaroon ng good body, I'm gonna hit the gym. Right? So same din sa payaman. Ang dami dito mga comments. Basahin nga natin muna, Mike, yung iba-ibang comments. Pasensya na po, may allergy ako, kaya ako ay medyo konting sinisipon. Sabi ni Black Sea Lively, good evening, watching from Parañaque. Hello po sa ating po mga friends sa Parañaque. Sabi naman ni Elizabeth, it doesn't end in just diploma, ika nga. Further go pa talaga. Wow po. Sabi naman ni Ronaldin, possibilities are limitless. Sabi naman ni, daming napapawaw sa iyo, Mike. Sabi ni Elizabeth, wow po. Sabi ni Jezebeth, tama po, Doc, lagi na lang naka-cellphone ng mga bata ngayon. Feng Sheng Pate, it's not, sana yun, it's not the numbers of age po. Sabi ni Janeline, yes po, hindi talaga ba yan ang pagkakaroon lang ng diploma. Sabi ni Marlene, bata pa pero successful na. Imantakin nyo guys, ha? He's only 25. Bigger opportunities seen, sabi ni Feng Sheng Pate. Veronica, matured po ang kaisipan. Tama. Kasi, guys, nagla-level up siya eh. Diba? Nagpa-personal development si Mike. Pinagayaman niya yung kanyang mindset. So, kanya yung mind mo kasi you can grow that more compared sa age mo, right?
That's right.
So, ang galing. And then, Marlene, Madami din pong successful na hindi naka-graduate kaya po nasa tao po talaga para maging successful na tao. And then sabi ni Elizabeth, reading to just one side into one wide open area. Drone. So ngayon, ang ating keyword ay yung drone. Sabi ni Mike, reading and personal development is like a drone. Sabi naman po ni Veronica, tama po yan, Sir Mike. Dapat may vision tayo upang makarating sa ating destinasyon. Good evening po, watching from Tokyo, Japan.
Oh, wow.
Hello, Sarah,
Hello.
mga kaibigan po natin. Worldwide kasi tayo, Mike.
Wow.
So, yeah, hello po, Doc. Pahabol ako po. Yes, welcome, Anna Ferrer. Maraming matututunan. Sabi ni Sheila, it's really important to have a vision, not to just drift. Yun ang,
Absolutely.
madami nating mga keywords, Mike?
Opo.
Drift, drone, yung itlog. So,
Yeah.
yung mga nakamiss po, panoorin ito mamaya. Ang dami pong mga magagandang kwento na ibinigay or analogy na binigay si Mike para madali nating matandaan yung mga key things na kailangan natin gawin. Okay, so ayan po, and then sino pa po? Keep getting better. Totoo. Level up,
Tama po.
Sabi ni Miss Nancy Amoris Nicol, your day-to-day goal should be done for it will lead you to your vision. Napaka, ganda ng sinabi ni Miss Nancy. Salamat po, Miss Nancy. Rosalie, hello po, Doc, and Sir Mike Dizon. And Jessibeth, lahat naman po need of sacrifice to para makamit ang mga pangarap sa buhay. Salamat, Sir Mike. Yes. Ronalyn, we really need to have that direction or destination. No matter how slow we are in our journey, the best thing is that we know where we are going. Totoo po. Hindi yung drifting lang. Saan ang patungo mo? Wala, dyan lang. Drift. Drift lang ako. Okay, sabi ni Marlene, palawakin ang kaalaman, palaguin upang madiscover natin may magagawa pa pala tayo, may kakayanan pa pala tayo, may kakayahan. Judith, agree, dapat may vision, it's your guideline for future goals. Ang ganda ng ginamit na word ni Judith. Totoo yan, Judith, guideline.
Absolutely.
Yes, set a goal, sabi ni Peng Sheng Pate, vision, decisions for your destination, keep trying until your success. Rods, tinag niya ang kanyang friend. Thank you for tagging your friend. So before we move on, Mike, total na andito yung ating mga loyal followers. Gusto ko lang, Mike, i-hand out yung winners natin for the week kasi meron tayong draw. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So meron tayong draw and ito ay para sa mga loyal supporters natin. And ito pala, isa muna ang pahabol. Galing niya magturo, sabi ni Maria Sheila. Syempre naman po, talagang yan si Mike. He's a leader. So, magaling talaga po siya magturo. So, announce ko lang yung dalawang nanalo. So, ang nangyari po, maraming sumali sa contest, pero hindi nakapag-follow ng mechanics. So, ngayon, magkakaroon tayo ng redraw. So, I'm going to announce 5 winners today. 3 for the week, and then 2 from redraw, kasi hindi nga po nasunod yung mechanics. So, meron pong mga 5 mananalo ngayon. So, let's have a look here. Sino po ang unang winner? Hanapin ko lang po ang inyong mga pangalan. So, ang unang winner po natin ay si Geraldine. Geraldine, nanalo ka na naman. I think nanalo na to si Geraldine before. So, Geraldine, congratulations. You will win yung ating weekly draw. Please just get in touch with Ronalyn. And yeah, claim the prize. I think si Geraldine has already been verified, so you're good to go. You're okay sa mechanics natin. And then the other winner, announce ko lang, si Veronica. Veronica, maraming salamat sa pagsali. I think you also are qualified kasi you've always followed yung mechanics. So congratulations. Mamaya po i-announce ko yung iba pa. So going back, I'm gonna bring Mike in again. Ayan, so congratulations dun sa 2 nanalo. Yung mga iba pong nanalo na hindi nag-follow ng mechanics, sayang. So anyway.
Congratulations po.
Yes, thank you. So mga hindi po nakakaalam kung ano po yun, meron po kaming, ito po. So for the month of February, meron tayong weekly prizes, and then meron tayong yung grand prize. I-announce na po natin yun very soon. Okay, so yan po yung, excuse me, pinag-uusapan nating draw. Kung hindi po ninyo alam kung saan yan, hanapin lang po sa page namin. Ayan. So, Mike, yan, very exciting. Dami ko natutunan sa'yo. Ayan, haba na yung list ko. Ang dami ko
din po natututunan sa inyo, Doc Iris.
Yeah, it's always good to learn, sa mga exchanges, yung mga kwento. And then, so finally, Mike, yung pag-usapan naman natin yung challenges, kasi young age, right? Minsan kasi it comes with its special set of challenges. Gusto ko especially pag-usapan to kasi maraming mga kabataan natin, yung ibang viewers natin, mga magulang na merong mga anak na sometimes sinishare nila dito sa platform na sana yung anak ko ganito, ganyan. Yung iba naman, ginugroom pa lang yung mga anak nila na, somehow, lahat naman tayo gusto yung mga anak natin maging successful, right?
Opo.
And I especially sad pala yung sinabi mo kanina about na minsan hindi hindi mo makukuha yung support ng mga tao sa paligid mo. And I think isa yan sa mga challenges, right? Lalo na pag bata ka kasi parang ang hirap i-prove sometimes, right? But people are watching. Totoo yun, yung sinabi mo, people are watching and they're just seeing kung, may ano ba kaya talagang ginagawa ng batang to, may patutunguhan. So, can you share with us some challenges you've experienced in relation sa pagiging, young millennial in this day and age, and then getting into the entrepreneurial way? And paano mo ano yung challenge na yun? How did you combat that challenge? Paano mo yun na-address?
Okay. I think the first thing that we have to talk about po, Doc Iris, is focus on one thing. So, ang buhay ng tao, what's the lifespan of a person now, Doc Iris?
Dito sa Canada, mahaba-haba, mga nasa 89 sa babae,
Wow.
87. But in the Philippines, it's much shorter.
Opo.
Yeah.
But still, sabihin na natin in the Philippines, it's 70 years. But that's still a long time, right? That's still a long time. And so it's so true what they say po, that there's gonna be time for everything. So I have a daily affirmation reminder for myself here. And it says focus focus your energy on one major project at a time. Other major projects will have their own time. And so I think it's very important to really do that. And it's important for people to understand na hindi pwedeng yung energy mo, it's divided into so many things. Kasi energy, it's kind of like paper, right? If paper is too thin, it's gonna easily rip. So don't spread yourself too thin. Focus on one thing, focus your resources on one thing, and then what's this called? And then when you get results, that's when you move on to the next thing. So yung first hardship po, Doc Iris, is it comes from the head. It ano bang tawag dito? You have to overcome yourself. Yung tinatawag nilang shiny new object syndrome. I don't know. It's from one of the books I read. Yung mandali mo ma-distract. First, there's this project, right? Oh, there's another business that I can start. Oh, there's another business that I can start. So focus on one thing po. Focus all your resources on one thing. And pag nanalo ka na doon, I always have a saying, Doc Iris, if I'm not at the top 5% of this business, I'm not gonna quit that business yet. So I have to win here first, and then I can move on to the next business, right? So it's always like that. So focus on one major goal at a time.
Ang ganda nun, Mike. Alam mo, it's a great reminder. Kasi kahit ako nung kabataan ko, nung nag-start pa lang ako dito sa journey ko rin as an entrepreneur, yan, yung sinasabi mong shiny new object. So sinulat ko po dyan, guys, it's a syndrome. Shiny new object syndrome. Lalo na po sa ating mga aspiring entrepreneurs dyan. Pag makarinig, parang ulang namulat yung mata mo sa opportunity. So parang gusto mo lahat susunggaban, right? Nangyari yan sa akin, Mike. And so thank you for the reminder na totoo yung sinabi mo, you have to be really good at muna dito sa parang, kumbaga, find the success in that venture first. Tapos pag magaling ka na doon, then you can go move on to the other one. Kasi ang mangyayari sa'yo, parang papel, if you spread yourself out too thin, yun nga, magbe-break ka talaga. You're gonna, you're gonna be burnt out. So, ang ganda ng sinabi mo na yun. And although, some of us will have, kunyari, a few different ventures, as long as iisa yung kanyang, kumbaga nasa isang parang umbrella, siya, at kaya ng time mo, then you can do it, but not to chase so many new opportunities all at once.
Dapat po aligned yung mga businesses mo, yung mga opportunities.
That's the word, aligned. dapat aligned. Kasi kung sobrang magkakaiba sila, pumasok ka kunyari sa ano, water filtering, tapos biglang nag-beauty ka. Di ba parang kalat-kalat, paano mo siya, di ba paano mo yun ita-tie in together? And you only have so much time. Kahit magaling ka mag-manage ng time mo, right? So you have to really cultivate success first in that one. Like sa you, Mike, right? So si Mike po, dahil yung kanyang accounting background, at one point, pumasok siya sa financial services. And you became very, very successful dun, Mike. Mike, tell us a bit about that experience kung saan at such a young age, naabot mo yung ganung level and your experience doon sa ganung klase, yung growth mo doon, para ma-inspire yung ating mga kabataan.
Okay, so yung previous business ko po as a financial advisor, that's a really good topic, Doc Iris. So yung how do I start this? So I was in college at that time po, and then also I was working full time. So I didn't socialize as much. I didn't, see my friends as much. There's days that I live in the same house as my family, as my parents, my brother, my sister, and there's like a month that I wouldn't even see them just because we're all busy, we're all working, and so there's no socializing. And I say this because the business na pagiging financial advisor po, you think what's this? You think you have to be knowledgeable with finances, with how money works. So in Canada, because we're in Canada, but that's only like 5% of the business. 95% of the business is socializing. 95% of the business is looking for clients, is looking for new recruits, new associates, right? Because we have to keep expanding. And parang ano bang tawag dito? Just like any other company, di ba po? Pag nag-hiring sila, that means they're growing. And so kailangan magaling kang maghanap ng associate, kailangan magaling kang humanap ng client, kailangan marunong kang mag-present. And those are things na wala talaga akong experience. But so when I entered, when I saw the opportunity, Doc Iris, so pinakita sa akin yung opportunity. And then merong ano bang tawag dito? Like the opportunity is really, really good. So I saw, like, while I was seeing the presentation, yung PowerPoint presentation, all I can imagine myself is Mike living a good life. Mike traveling more, Mike, what's this called? Shopping, right? Yung mga mahilig mag-shopping dyan, magkakasundo tayo. And just really, like, not working 2 jobs anymore, right? Just living a better life. Yun yung na-imagine ko. And so yun po yung vision ko, yun yung goal ko, right? And nakita ko yung opportunity. Okay, I think this opportunity is big enough. I think it's worth it. So I grabbed the opportunity kahit na wala, even if I don't know anything about that opportunity. Sabi nga nila, just grab the opportunity and then just learn as you go along, right? Just like everything, when you decided, okay, you want to drive a car, hindi ka naman, you had no idea how it feels like or whatever about driving, right? But you just had to take the opportunity. Okay, I'm gonna learn how to drive, and then now you know how to drive. Congratulations. So same thing po sa paglalakad, di ba? When we were born, hindi naman tayo marunong maglakad. We can't. None of us can walk. I hope not, right? That's scary. So nadapa ka ng nadapa, and then eventually, one day you just, diretso ka na maglakad.
Walked upright, oo.
Opo. So same thing din po yun sa with every opportunity. You're not gonna know how to be successful in opportunity outright. But you just learn everything as you go along. And so yun po yung panahon, Doc Iris, na ang dami kong, I read so many personal development books. How to Make People Like You in 90 Seconds or Less. I think that book, if you're in sales, that book is my gold mine. How to Make People Like You in 90 Seconds or Less. I think it's by Nicholas Boothman. And then, ano pa ba? How to Win Friends and Influence People, right? And just so many books. So I kept absorbing. Kasi I don't know anything about this business, right? But these people, they're successful. They were successful in that aspect of life already. And so sabi nga po, Doc Iris, tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you your future. right? And so,
Napakaganda, yeah. Kaya Mike, friend kita eh.
kaya po friends ako with you, Doc Iris. And I'm super thankful that we're friends. And yun din po yung ano, so when you are reading books, it's like you're being friends with those successful people. Right? So yung mga very, very multi-millionaire, multi-billionaires, when they write books, go grab that book and read it. Kasi para kang nakakapasok sa isip nila. And
Exactly.
you learn directly from them. So that's how it feels like. So para kayong friends when you're doing personal development. And so I love that. Right? That's why ngayon po na naisip ko, wow, talagang reading books, this is very, very beneficial. Kasi yung mga multi-billionaires, multi-millionaires, you get a sneak peek into what they're thinking. And then whatever they're doing, how they approach things, what their mindset is about things, magagawa mo din. And so, nasa na ba tayo? So,
Yes, so
yun po yung...
napakaganda, Mike. Yeah, pinag-usapan natin, we were talking about, yun nga, yung naging challenge. And kunento mo sa amin. So, ang ganda ng kunento ni Mike about how, as a young millennial, and hindi lang naman to sa mga young. Kasi tinanong ko siya, yung tayo ay pagka, we're, may pinapasok na isang journey. Katulad niya, bata, tapos may pinasok siya na ganito. Ano yung naging challenge niya? And sinabi niya nga sa atin, many times, yung mga opportunities na pinasok niya, hindi naman talaga siya magaling doon in the beginning. Pero dahil nakita niya yon as an itlog, right? It's an opportunity from God. Then sinabi niya, teka muna, baka ito yung magli-lead sa chicken. So, pinasok niya yon without even like knowing much. At ang ginawa niya, once na-grab niya na yung opportunity na yon, pinag-aralan niya. So when he was already there, then he learned how to become a leader. Kasi dun sa business na yun, you need to become a person who's very highly skilled sa interpersonal. And so kahit galing siya dun sa time na, di ba sabi mo, Mike, hindi ka naman ganun ka-social before, but you know that you needed to do it dahil 90% ng business is all about that, or 95%. Then you needed to upgrade, mag-level up sa skill na yon. So, nag-start ka magbasa ng mga libro. So, dito po talaga pumapasok yung kagandahan ng pag-level up po. And so, that's why, Mike, I share with them every time, mga book learnings. So, mga learnings ko sa book, I give them snippets. Kasi nga, sa mga iba, I understand, busy yung iba, wala namang chance. Unang-una, mahal yung mga libro din, di ba? So, hindi man tayo lahat may opportunity na laging magbibili ng libro. So, sa pag-tune in nyo po dito sa FRM, katulad nito, mga guests natin like Mike, nagbibigay sa atin mga golden nuggets. Saan po sa tingin nyo galing yung golden nuggets ni Mike? Siyempre, it's a synthesis. It's a synthesis, although original naman yung mga sinabi niya, but it's a synthesis of what he's read and what he has applied. Right? Yung in-apply niya, nabasa niya yun, in-apply niya, and ngayon na-synthesize niya, yung golden nugget niya na yun ngayon, ibinibigay niya sa atin. So, kasi dito ang goal natin, Mike, is really to give them value. Yung hindi masasayang yung oras nila, kasi 1 hour din to di ba? And sana may natutunan kayo sa journey ni Mike. Before tayo Mike, basahin ko lang muna ito, before ko i-hand out yung next 3 awards, basahin ko lang ito, and then we'll get your final words. Okay, so basahin natin ang mga nandito. Sabi ni Judith, thank you, Sir Mike, for sharing your experience and knowledge. Sabi ni Elizabeth, congrats po. Sabi naman ni, sino pa po? Galing naman po. Sabi ni Peng Sheng Pate, win-win situations po ito, Veronica. Congratulations, Veronica. Yeah. Sabi ni Elizabeth, kumbaga pagtatawanan ka po ng iba, yung katulad kaninang sinabi niya, no? Sabi ni Rosalie, yes, absolutely, focus. Sabi din ni Nelvin, yes, focus talaga. And then, parang taking one step at a time po. Totoo. Di ba yung sinabi natin kanina about the shiny object? Focus, vision, goals, take actions, and we'll surely go to our destination. Ang ganda ng summary mo, Veronica. Very good. Sabi ni Elizabeth, focus on major one project. Ang ganda po. Maria Sheila, yes po, aligned dapat para organized pati ang isip. Totoo. Sabi naman ni Judith, shiny new object, nangyari din sa akin yan dati. Sabi ni Ronalyn, love that, Sir Mike. That's why I'm sticking to FSM and I don't let other things distract me. I'm merely focusing right now sa vision and mission ng FSM because I believe it will lead me to my goals. Ay, ang galing, Ronalyn. Salamat. Ronalyn is our ang ating super VA. She's actually si Ronalyn po ang unang magiging head ng natin, FSM team.
Oh,
And
wow.
so, yeah, Mike, she's actually, dahil sa kanyang mga pinakitang gilas din, she became one of our VAs and she's actually doing very well. She's doing very well. She's now the main provider sa kanila through
Oh,
her
I love
job
it.
dito sa FSM. So,
Oh,
thank
wow. That's
you.
amazing.
I know, right? Kasi imagine, Mike, nakahanap siya ng regular work that pays her well from the
Opo.
comfort of her home.
Mhm,
Sabi ni
mhm.
Veronica, galing talaga, amazing. Sabi ni Christina Reyes, tama po, Doc. Salamat po, Sir Mike. Sabi rin ni Miss Diane, kaya thank you sa inyo, Doc. Ang laki ng tulong ng sharing ninyo. And naglaki po ng tulong ng sharing ni Mike. Tingnan nyo, kahit ako, dami ko rin, dami kong natutunan sa kanya, right? Ang gaganda ng mga binigay niya. Ang daling tandaan. Ano po? Yung mga analogy na binigay niya. Tapos sabi ni Mary Rose, yes po, tama po yung reading brings you knowledge. Sabi ulit ni Ronald, this is exactly what happened to me a few months ago when someone asked me, do you know how to edit videos? I said, yes po. Pero honestly, I don't. I grabbed the opportunity. Sayang. Parang kilala ko kung sino nagtanong sa'yo. Ako yun eh. Hindi ba? Hindi. Pero di ba Nalen, magagawa ng paraan basta gugustuhin, right? So yung mga nag-a-aspire po dyan, meron po tayong special program. Abang-abang po kayo dahil lalabas na po yung ating opportunity na ibibigay sa ating mga FSM followers so that you can also have additional income stream from the comforts of your own home. So abangan po at ilalabas na po yan ng FSM. Sabi po ni Ruby Linda Dagia, watching here in Tokyo, Japan. Dahil po nating mga viewers from Japan ngayon. Thank you
Wow.
po. Good thing natuto ako here. Thank you very much. Minsan, Mike, hindi ko nababasa. Marami yan eh. Minsan mga from Singapore, Australia. Kaya lang, itong software natin doesn't pull up everything na agad-agad. So, minsan makikita ko na lang sa comments, watching from Dubai, watching from Norway. So anyway, thank you so much guys for tuning in. Sabi ni Maria Elizabeth, sa mga learnings din niya in his own and from others. At nakakatulong din talaga yung may mentor ka.
Opo.
Continue to be an inspiration po, Sir Mike. You never know, guys. Mike may be coming in here regularly. You never know. Hindi po ba? Ano, Mike? Are we open to the opportunity, Mike?
Oh, yeah,
To
bakit po hindi?
educate. Yes, to educate and
Mhm.
empower. Ano?
Yun po ang
Parang,
sorry to cut you off, Doc Iris. Yun po yung mission in life. Sabi ng yung mga aking friends, yung aking mga business partners, when they tell me, Mike, wow, thank you, you're so inspiring. Palagi ko po sinasabi sa kanila, that is the mission.
ang ganda. The mission is to inspire, to show people the possibilities. Ano, Mike?
Mhm. Opo.
Through your own life story. Napakaganda. Sana po, kung meron kayong mga kamag-anak na mga millennials, kung may mga anak kayong millennials, can you please kindly share this video para po makita nila kung ano yung posibilidad, what's possible for them. Kasi kung kaya ni Mike, hindi naman Mike sa dinedemote kita, pero lahat naman kasi ng tao may special ability, right?
Opo, that's
So,
right.
kung kaya mo, Mike, kaya rin nila. Hindi naman tayo
Mhm.
any special than other people, right?
Opo. Mhm.
Meron lang talagang, katulad nga ng sabi mo, may goals, may
Opo.
vision, tsaka kayang mag-take action, right? Yun
Opo,
kasi
that's
yung
right.
main determinant.
Para pong
Yeah.
bakal, Doc Iris, right? Or parang, ano ba yung tawag doon? Parang mga metals like gold or silver, nakukuha yan sa lupa. 'Di ba? Hindi naman maganda agad yan, hindi naman yan kwintas or hikaw agad. Kailangan mo na silang painitin, pukpukin ng pukpukin, and then eventually, dun pa lang sila maganda.
Yeah, totoo, napakaganda. So, hindi po talaga agad success story, ha? Lagi nating sinasabi, wala pong shortcut. So, talagang pagdadaanan lahat. So, Mike, i-announce ko lang muna yung iba and then we'll go to your last, yung mga pearls mo for them, final
Sige po.
words. So, yung ating mga tatlo pang winners po, i-announce ko lang. So, before nga po pala ako mag-announce ng winners, please mga ka-FSM, let's show Mike some love. Ito po yung kanyang website. So, please go to this website. Ipopost ko rin yan, nandun din yan sa ating poster. You can click the link. Lalo na po yung mga interesado matuto about trading kasi ano po yan ni Mike, it's one of his specialties. Sila po ay they do some day trading, gustong matuto ng mga stock market, ganyan. Yan po ang kanilang website. You can follow him. Mike, wala ka pang business page sa Facebook, no? But you have yung Insta mo.
Opo, yung
So,
Instagram ko is the best way po to reach me.
yeah, so X Mike Dizon, itatype ko nga po pala. So please guys, show him some love. Please follow him. doon sa kanyang mga platforms. Ayan po yung kanyang handle sa Instagram, xmikedizon. Meron silang YouTube channel. They're just starting to doon sa YouTube, and he's also on LinkedIn. So yun po yung mga iba't ibang ways that you can get in touch with him. Active po siya sa Instagram. And so yan po yung take a screenshot kung gusto po ninyong ma-retain itong links niya. So babalik ko po muna kami dito. Give me a moment. Hindi ko na alam kung sana yung ating ayun. There we are. So yung tatlong winners pa po before we go. I see winner number 3 for the week. Si Elizabeth. Elizabeth, congratulations. Maraming salamat for following the mechanics, Elizabeth. And then yung susunod pa natin is si Eileen Torion Kabunyag. So please get in touch with Ronalyn. Okay, so yan ang winner number 4 natin. And finally, ang last winner natin, winner number 5, I hope you all followed mechanics. Kasi pag hindi po na-follow yung mechanics and i-verify yan ni Ronalyn, ay magdo-draw ulit tayo ng bagong winners. The last one is Peng Sheng Pei. Congratulations po. Congratulations. So i-flash ko ulit yung 5 winners. Okay, so unang-una si Geraldine, kalawa si Veronica, ikatlo si Elizabeth, ika-4 si Eileen Torion Kabunyag, and ika-5 si Peng Sheng Pei. So yan po ang ating mga winners. So congratulations guys. So we're coming to the end ng ating broadcast, and gusto ko lang kunin ang mga last words na gustong ipamahagi ni Mike sa atin. Don't worry guys, kasi I'm gonna bring him back again with his brother John. Sila ay mag-guest. Maybe Mike, pag-uusapan natin next time, we could be talking about franchising or one of those specialties ninyo. Ano?
Sige po.
Yeah, para sa mga gustong matuto dyan. Pero for now, Mike, what are your last words na gusto mong iwanan sa ating mga viewers?
Naku, meron po akong 4 points. So sasabihin ko sila mabilis lang. So the first thing is cringe-worthy moments. Cringe-worthy moments.
Sige, ako magsusulat dito kasi para nila, sandali ha. So, okay. Sige,
So,
Mike.
cringe-worthy moments, yung mga cringe-worthy moments na pinagdaanan ko po, I think those are the very reasons na nakuha ko yung mga results na meron ako ngayon. Kailangan you just fail forward. Kahit na nakakahiya, even if it's so embarrassing, you just go for it anyway. So what? Diba? So what?
Fail forward. Ang ganda. Love it.
And take notes. Take notes. Instead na, so whenever you fail or whenever you have embarrassing moments, you have cringe-worthy moments, just take notes. What can I learn from this? Right? Instead of moping around or, instead of hiding yourself, just fail forward, take notes, and then move on. Now you're better, right? And then the other thing po that that I have, Doc Iris, is go hard and then go slow and then go hard again. It's okay to take it slow sometimes, right? It's like going to the gym. You have days that you really, really push yourself to the limit, and then you have to recover, right? And then go hard again. But the thing is, don't wait too long. Yung go slow, make sure that hindi masyadong matagal yung go slow.
Hindi
right?
na ma-stuck doon sa go slow.
Yes. Yeah. And then lastly po is, I think this is the last thing that I have, Doc Iris, is think of yourself like you're in a movie. And ikaw yung main star, you're the main person. Ano ba yung tawag doon? Ikaw yung leading.
Yeah, leading man, leading woman, kung ano man.
Ikaw yung leading man or leading woman, right? Ikaw yung bida. And so, ano yung ending ng movie mo? Happy ending ba to or sad ending? So you define that. Hopefully it's happy ending, right? And then, now, parang dahil nasa movie ka nga, di ba? Are you doing your best? Are you doing your daily duties extraordinarily well? And if you're not, that's okay. Don't beat yourself up if you were not doing your best. But the thing is, just do it now, right? So do your daily duties extraordinarily well, as if you're like in a movie, right? So, but yun po palagi yung question ko. If I'm in a movie right now, worth it ba akong panoorin? Am I performing really, really well? Am I performing to the best of my abilities, right? And makukuha ko ba yung final ending ko, yung happy ending ko?
Ang
It's gonna be up to
ganda.
you if you achieve your happy ending. And habang may buhay, sabi nga po nila, may pag-asa.
So very optimistic, Mike. And, but also very grounded talaga sa reality. Kasi you also talked about, I love na meron kang combination na yun. Kasi yun talaga yung buhay eh. Na optimistic ka, you're hopeful and all that. But you also tell them na, you know what, you will fail. Pero don't take that failing forward moment na yan ang magpupush sa'yo na umangat ka pa ulit. And sabi mo nga, yung mga cringe-worthy moments mo na yun, yung failing forward. So, ang ganda ng balance na I'm optimistic, but I'm telling you, the reality is, maraming beses din ako napahiya. At yung mga moments na yun, ang talagang nag-push sa akin mag-grow and mag-level up pa more, right? So, ang ganda po. So, again, ulitin ko lang. Ito yung mga sinabi ni Mike. First of all, sabi niya, yung cringe-worthy moments. So, ayan po, nasa banner natin. And sinabi niya dun yung failing forward. Tapos sabi niya, it's okay, minsan talaga magsuslow down ka. But it's important to, when you take that pause, you move again. So, you go hard, go slow, and then go hard again. And then finally, ang ganda ng sinabi niya, parang gusto ko ito, Mike, yung parang sa movie, kasi diva-ish tayo eh, di ba? So, ikaw ang bida. Ngayon, ano ang ending ng movie mo? Masaya ba? Are you doing things, do you do your duties extraordinarily well? So, ang ganda ng mga sinabi po sa atin ni Mike. Again, thank you, Mike, for being here.
Thank you for having me po.
Yes, sana mag-guest ka ulit and then we will see how, kasi Mike is an excellent educator. So, we'll see yung ating, with Mike, ang ating collaboration with Mike moving forward sa atin pong mga learnings dito sa FSM. Okay, so yun lang po muna for now, mga ka-FSM. Make sure that you will think of ways, yung mga nag-take notes dyan, pakisulat po sa katabi, paano nyo i-apply bukas. Okay, kasi weekend na, time na para muni-muni ng mga natutunan nyo dito with Mike. How are you gonna apply it tomorrow? Level up po mga ka-FSM. Yeah, so bye for now, everyone. Have a great night and hatak pataas po.
Hatak
Bye.
pataas. Bye.
Bye.